No wonder you're constantly fighting with each other and behind schedule.
What?
Nothing.
Eek, Barbadurkle. Somebody's gonna get laid in college.
Okay, fun fact. I actually went to a Colbert taping a couple months ago, and I got him to say the thing. Best fangirl moment of my life. Hi, I'm Katie Monk. I'm here to talk to you about Rick and Morty, or more specifically, Summer Smith. It seems like the algorithm works in mysterious ways, so I must now take advantage of its blessings. It's a vengeful algorithm, but it's how I afford shirt dresses, pizzas, and cable. Last time we ventured into Rick and Morty, we discussed Mortina, and later, bird person, cool beans. But now we get to discuss a main character. And so I pick Summer. What? Most people already talk enough about the rest of the Smiths, but Summer always flies under the radar. So, what can I say about her? Well, she looks like Jerry if he was a ginger and stuffed his bra. Yeah, sure, don't say that. The cornerstone of the show, which the later seasons make pretty clear, is that Rick has rubbed off on the Smiths in a negative way. They go together about as well as leggings and mid-calf boots. The show is more obvious about this with Morty and Beth, but an underrated relationship, in my opinion, is Rick and Summer. Everybody, including the creators, say that Morty is gonna turn out like Rick. But y'all forget about Summer. She is the true heir to Rick's phone. She is the true heir to Rick's throne. Why'd I say phone? And one of the few humans who can match wits with him. So, let's discuss. Summer is Morty's older sister, and Rick's eldest grandchild, technically. Unlike Morty, we actually know she's Rick's grandchild because she reminds us every time she's on screen.
It's Grandpa Rick, Grandpa Rick!
After a while, it sounds like she's saying Green Pop Rick. Summer's personality, at first, can be summed up as typical teenage girl, annoyed at her parents and the world, but obsessed with boys, her reputation, and shopping. I argue one reason Rick and Summer work so well is because they're similar people, insecure but each hides it beneath a veneer of aloofness and detachment. In every toxic family, there's that one person who realizes there's problems, but knows that there really isn't much that can be done beyond going along with the madness or breaking the cycle when they finally have the means. Wow, that sounded really sad. Summer functions as that person, and this is even before Rick Potion 9.
I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Maybe my dreams were just too loud or something.
Or maybe you were out all night again with Grandpa Rick.
However, it's because of her insight that she begins to develop a bond with Rick. In season 1, Rick tries to keep his personal life and his home life separate, only involving Morty because Morty is a willing patsy. Slowly but surely, Summer begins to get intertwined with the sci-fi madness, starting in the episode Raising Gazorpazorp. That was a mouthful to say. Ironically, it's the first episode after Rick Potion 9, so hey, maybe that's supposed to mean something. One day, Rick and Morty are at an alien pawn shop when Morty spots a... You
think maybe I could get something from this place? Like a souvenir?
Okay, look, he calls it Gwendolyn, okay?
Call me Gwen, dear.
Ooh, not that Gwen. Morty spends all his time with Gwen, playing Texas Hold'em, where jacks are better.
So we're just going to pretend this isn't happening?
He probably spends about as much time with Gwen as my father has spent at the store. Speaking of, I wonder if he found that milk or that pack of smokes. Turns out Gwen isn't designed for fun times, but hard times. She pops out Morty's progeny, Morty Jr.
It's my bad, guys. I'll take care of it.
No, Rick, what do you think you're doing?
Summer sneaks into Rick's man cave, wearing a new top. I love that top. Sucks I don't own a strapless bra, or I would totally copy. Oh well, I got plenty of cardigans. Like usual, Rick rebuffs her. Thankfully, he is able to find the origin of Morty's baby mama.
Which is... Gazorpazorp in the Andromeda system.
Oh, that's great, Rick. You only gotta, check my watch, wait 4 billion years for Andromeda to collide with the Milky Way. And then you can make the trek. Well, good thing you own a portal gun, it greatly expedites things. Rick is insistent on Summer not going, both because she's inexperienced and a girl. But the universe says, hello to the no.
Because there's something about having a wiener that would make me better at walking through a hole?
Oh, crap.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this scene is super dark, but I like how he says it. I'm one of those people who greatly enjoys how a line is said versus the line itself. It's like he was expecting it, like, oh crap, I knew I should have paid the meter. Of course I got a ticket.
Still think it's a good idea to go through holes without a wiener?
I want to go home.
Yeah, no duh. Oh!
due to Summer's...
Stupid boobs.
What? The pair are trapped on Gazorpazorp, while Rick tries to fix the portal gun and keep Summer from getting torn to shreds. While this is going on, Morty is back on Earth, trying to raise Morty Jr. and vowing he won't be like Beth and Jerry, and he succeeds for a whole 12 seconds.
What do I do if it cries?
Then you put it down and let it cry itself out. Listen to me. I am not rewarding this behavior.
You're not supposed to do that, Beth. They're babies. Jerry is wrong about a lot of things, but he knew what he was talking about here. I'll just get it out of the way. I kind of prefer the subplot with Morty Jr. compared to what we'll eventually get with Rick and Summer, and I wish the episode was more about this. Morty tries to raise Morty Jr. his way. The problem is, Gazorpian males are naturally aggressive, brutish beasts, and Morty is a 14-year-old boy, more or less in the middle of Schmidt's Ocean, without a paddle, a flare, or a life vest. Instead, he has an alien baby, and they float in a boat in a raging black ocean, low in the water, in the tiniest lifeboat with people he knows. Okay, that sounded like really cringe. What doesn't help is Gazorpians age to adulthood within a day, which kind of makes me wonder about their lifespans. I mean, it's good that Morty doesn't have to piss away his teen years watching Paw Patrol, or Barney, but he still has to spend all day failing to break the cycle. It's actually kind of tragic. Like, Shakespeare is reading it and he's sobbing. What do Nana Beth and Grandpa Jerry do?
Nice.
Nice.
You suck. Morty Jr. wants to go outside, so Morty tells him that the outside world is poisonous, and he must stay inside where it's safe and warm and mentally scarring.
Hey, look, we're gonna dance. Come on, dance with me here. We love to dance.
Why do we love to dance?
Because I said so!
And that's where we'll leave things for now. Rick and Summer aren't seeing things eye to eye, and Rick continues to prove he's definitely a 4chan user.
You think it's efficient to get rid of women?
You ever see a line for the men's room? Are you do you hear me, Summer?
It's not our fault that we have to take everything off, sit down, and then wipe. Do I wish I could just stand and pee wherever I want like you, Rick? Yeah, but I don't want to be disgusting, nor do I want to get an infection. You guys are lucky you get to wipe whatever way you want. Summer wonders why the planet seems to only include men and birthing machines, and Rick has his own theory.
At some point, the Gazorpians became so evolved that they replaced females with birthing machines. The resultant lack of distraction allowed them to focus entirely on war, so they bombed themselves back to the Stone Age.
This seems kind of boring, but it would make for a good dystopia. Wait, how could they continue to make birthing machines if the men all have the combined intelligence of an empty glass of water? Are they just living off of rations? They're soon interrupted by a weird ship, I don't know what you would call it, which arrives with its daily shipment of baby makers. So Rick and Summer decide to go to the source.
It appears the lower tier of this society is being manipulated through advanced technology by a hidden ruling class. Sound familiar?
Ticketmaster.
I thought that was Discovery Plus. Rick discovers, much to his horror, this world's true ruler,
Oh, I get it. The old behind every great man Amazon twist.
While the female Gazorpians aren't willing to listen to him, considering him on the level of an intelligent primate, they will talk to Summer. And it's only thanks to her that they let either or survive.
If he is a rogue male, tell us now, and we will kill him.
He's my slave. He's my slave. He's definitely my slave.
As it turns out, Gazorpazorp is actually separated into two groups, females and males. That doesn't sound good. The females are the more advanced society and live underground, while the males get to play outside.
That was just a baby.
And within a day, he'll be an adult male Gazorpian.
The females only interact with the males every so often to distribute Gwendolyn's, but keep their distance otherwise. And they just so happen to be giant misogynists. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't exactly like this episode's A-plot. I don't really know how to put it. I mean, I like the concepts, and to be fair, I do find this episode hilarious like usual, especially the boulder scene.
We placed a large boulder on that ledge.
You're gonna crush us with a boulder?
No, the boulder falls onto a lever that will launch knives.
What?
Stop interrupting!
But I feel like they could have done things differently. You ever watched that Fairly Odd Parents Valentine's Day episode? It's like that. Even Dan Harmon said they could have went beyond stereotypes. Let's be honest, the idea of a world ruled by women makes for an amazing episode. Perhaps a matriarchy is just as bad as a patriarchy, because all you're doing is flipping the genders. Maybe the females have paradise, but there's a catch to utopias. Whereas the males fight with sticks and rocks, the women do it with words. Or it could be like The Good Place, where the stereotypes are intentional. If a woman doesn't fit the super strict perfect mold, she gets executed. I guess a better way to articulate my thoughts is to bring up solar opposites. They did this concept 10 times better with Patricia and Jesse, and it was hilarious. But that's a discussion for another day because I feel like I'm really getting off track. Still, Summer gets to bully Rick, and not gonna lie, it's pretty cathartic.
We're here because a male Gazorpian was born on our planet.
You speak when you're spoken to, Dingaling.
Rick, via farting, gets them in massive trouble, and Summer makes matters worse by calling him Grandpa. So the females decide to execute them and be done with it.
You are hereby sentenced to
What, a night on the couch?
death.
Ooh, Gerp?
I hate you so much right now.
Wow, you get executed for farting? I would be dead a long time ago. Also, this could have been a cool plot point. Imagine the implications. Maybe Rick finds that the girls are just as disgusting as the guys, but because the males on this planet are beasts, the females view it as a sign of savageness, and he and Summer lead a rebellion just based on farting. Or sometimes you can't control what comes out of you, so the females are executed just for eating food that's too spicy, or for getting sick. I don't know, I'm spitballing here. But Summer's top saves the day due to being designed by muscle man Mark Jacobs, a male fashion designer.
Yes! An Earth man made this top.
How do you afford that? Wait, was Glorna a thing when this episode aired?
And if you think my top is cute, you cannot execute.
Really, why get blood on that expensive AF top? It's not a dish rag. Reluctantly, the females let the pair go, and well, sorry, turns out the whole trip was pointless, since Morty Jr.'s rampage was prevented by his father, and the creator of Marmaduke. Still, this episode is a turning point, as it establishes an underrated pairing that becomes extremely meaningful as the show goes on. Summer and Rick. But let's put a pin in this, as there is one other relationship we're missing out on, and that's the relationship with her brother. True, it is a pretty typical big sister, little brother bond, but there are times when the two get along. In Rixty minutes, Summer learned she was conceived when her parents were high schoolers and almost wasn't born.
Everyone thinks about it. Obviously, I'm the version of me that didn't do it, so you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm not judging that with a 60-foot pole. But Summer doesn't take this revelation very well.
Thank you guys so much. It's a real treat to be raised by parents that force themselves to be together instead of being happy.
Especially since the only reason she was born was a stroke of luck.
Well, we blew a tire on the way to the clinic.
Paul!
Bing.
You can't leave. You're 17.
Yeah, and I'm not pregnant.
But look on the bright side, Sum. At least you'll get to go to your senior prom twice. Not many people can have bragging rights like that. The episode's subplot is all about Beth and Jury seeing versions of themselves if they were childless. In this timeline, they are much more successful. I mean, we learn at the end of the episode that they each feel miserable and unfulfilled, but surface-wise, it seems like them never having kids and never being together was the best thing to ever happen to them. As a result, Summer begins to believe she's the cause of Beth and Jerry's misery, and thinks the best way to help is to remove herself from the equation.
I kinda know how you feel, Summer.
No, you don't. You're the little brother. You're not the cause of your parents' misery. You're just a symptom of it.
But it's Morty who convinces her to stay.
That out there? That's my grave.
So, you're not my brother?
Did you ever question why Morty had that 1,000-yard stare every day during cereal?
I'm a version of your brother you can trust when he says don't run. Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. Everybody's gonna die. Come watch TV.
I like this moment. It's kind of sweet, nihilistic or not. And there are other moments when the two, while they don't get along, are willing to work together. Like Return of the Jerry, where they spend the whole episode fighting over an invisibility belt, only to decide that their arc is learning to work together.
To catch a predator.
What the hell?
Thermal goggles. Mom said share.
You can't share invisibility. Take those off.
But before we go any further, I have to ask, does something special run in the family? Because everybody from the Sanchez bloodline has a wild side, if you know what I mean. Morty, it goes without saying. Rick has done it with more than one planet. Bev and Jerry made a spit roast with Mr. Nimbus. And in this episode in specific, Summer took the belt to go spy on hot boys.
All right, state your terms.
Give back the belt, you take the goggles, go away, we trade in an hour.
Yeah, you yelled at Morty for going into the girls' locker room, but your hands aren't clean, Sum, literally or figuratively. She really is Rick's granddaughter, or a Rick's granddaughter. Going back to Rick and Summer, it's a weird dynamic, but a cool one nonetheless. While Rick's bond with Morty is more like two friends, but with a huge massive age gap, his bond with Summer is more what you would think between a grandparent and a granddaughter. He even calls her Sum.
Sum, let's go! Grandpa's concern for your safety is fleeting!
Like I said above, early on, Rick keeps his distance from everybody. Therefore, while Summer wants Rick's attention, she's still bothered by how he seems to treat Morty much better, and so responds accordingly. In something wicked this way comes, Summer gets a job at a store called Needful Things, which is run by the devil, under the alias of Mr. Needful.
So what are you, like the devil?
What? Sorry?
I don't know. Store comes out of nowhere. Are you the devil? A demon? Leprechaun?
I mean, the devil does go by many names, like Ringo or Otto Octavius. Rick doesn't like this, not because Summer is now literally a Satanist, but because said devil isn't a drunken slob and actually treats her with kindness and courtesy.
I like working here.
You work for the devil!
So what?
So what?
At least the devil has a job. What do? You eat our food and make gadgets. Bye-bye.
Needful Things is a business, but one where you don't pay with money, mostly because you pay with ironic curses. Rick, realizing magic is just a science we don't fully understand, creates a device that gives you the benefits of the antique, but without any of the icky karma that comes with it.
I deserve this! Holy cats! Ladies, let's get out of here.
He gets to be so good that he makes his own storefront directly across the street just to bankrupt Needful Things. And when he succeeds and realizes that running a business equates to bureaucracy, he just destroys it.
These are the forms for the employee health plan?
All right, yeah, put them on my... I just got bored. Everybody out.
Rick's actions cause Mr. Needful to commit not alive, and Summer has to use a monkey's paw to save his life.
What a waste of a monkey paw.
Despite the fact he's the devil and if Futurama is anything to go by, I'm sure he just gets a new body.
Funny.
That's what a monkey paw looks like? I always thought they looked cuter.
Okay, I'll give you one thing. Name it.
I want to help you. So, how much did we make?
This is my business. Security!
You shouldn't have said that, Sum. Saddened, Summer mopes home to Rick, who is alone on the couch, a consequence of his own actions. Turns out Transformers Prime was trying to tell us that revenge is fun, but not fulfilling.
Mr. Needful gave us both what we really wanted. 'Cause I was always jealous of you hanging out with Morty, and you didn't realize how much you valued my approval?
No, that's dumb.
I mean, I'd argue he did. Or it's just a connection my mind mistakes for thematic. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So Rick knows how to cheer Summer up. Using what I assume is Rick's tech, the pair bulk up and end up kicking Mr. Needful's free-letter A word, right as he takes Needful Things global.
We totally worth it. We did it. We just pulled it off.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's actually a good thing. Rick and Summer saved all of mankind. And revenge is so much more fun if you're the one actually doing it and not watching from a distance.
Why?
Because sometimes what you really need is for someone else to pay a horrible price.
Now, what I like the most about Rick and Summer is how they understand each other on a fundamental level, as when you really think about it, the two of them are incredibly similar. We get a pretty good look at this in the episode Risky Business. Rick's cute. What is with these titles? Anyway, each get the idea to throw a party when Beth and Jerry are gone for the weekend. Summer is only doing it for social clout, whereas Rick is just doing it because the opportunity presents itself.
This is my chance to gain some footing with the cool kids.
That's why you party? Boy, you really are 17.
Why do you party?
To get riggedy wrecked, son!
In the end, they end up combining their efforts, inviting people from all walks of life and universes. And it seems like Rick is kinda right considering the ending.
Well, I'm coming too.
No. Nancy told us what a bitch you are.
Next time I party, I'm just gonna focus on getting totally wrecked. You're so wise.
Meanwhile, Summer's insight has saved Rick on more than one occasion. In a Rick convenient mort, which I did previously review, Rick decides to cheer up Summer by taking her on an epic 3-day bender.
Morglutz, Slardivart, and Furcus 9. 3 planets are all ending in a delayed succession of cataclysmic events. A jam like this comes around only once in a lifetime.
They swear no strings attached, but Rick, well, he meets Lazy Susan's alien doppelganger, Daphne.
Hello.
And quickly changes his tune. Daphne takes advantage of Rick's want for companionship in order to keep surviving, and it almost gets all 3 of them killed. Thankfully, actions speak louder than words.
Daphne, you may come with, if you want to and don't have to.
Goodbye.
And on the way home, Rick gives a "I'm not mad at myself or you, just disappointed" speech and sort of compliments Summer.
But I have to admit, it was pretty Rick of you to avert an apocalypse in a tantrum of cynicism just to destroy one dumb relationship.
Promise? Love you, Grandpa Rick.
Don't make it weird.
In Big Trouble in Little Sanchez, one of my favorite episodes, Rick infiltrates Morty and Summer's high school in the body of a clone named Tiny Rick.
Go to the garage, transfer your mind into a younger clone of yourself, and get embroiled in some youthful hijinks. What's the BFD? So here I am. I'm Tiny Rick.
Smartest man in the universe, guys. Can't even be creative, Rick. The opportunity was right there for little Ricky. Thanks to Tiny Rick's influence, Summer becomes popular, even getting the attention of Alex Hirsch.
Hey, I like your straightforward style, and that lab coat's pretty cool. Summer?
He knows my name!
Why wouldn't he? You're great!
It seems like whenever Summer gains confidence, she gains a new top. However, this comes at a cost. Thankfully, it isn't a monetary one. Because Rick has spent too much time in Tiny Rick, his consciousness is being overwritten and pushed to the back of Tiny Rick's mind. The only way he can communicate is through Tiny Rick's creative expressions.
Look at his art, Morty!
I've got an emo streak. It's part of what makes me so rad.
Why does it say, "Help me, Morty and Summer"?
Come on, Summer, that's the title of the art.
Summer understands all too well what's going on.
I think that when you put your mind into this body's young brain, it did what young brains do. It shoved the bad thoughts into the back and put a wall around them.
Morty doesn't see a problem, mostly because Tiny Rick's actions means he can score with Jessica and cross one item off his bucket list, or at least a word that rhymes with bucket.
I don't know. It was fun. You want to slow dance?
To help regular Rick, Summer gets him kicked out of school, but all it does is sabotage her reputation.
Summer Smith is a psycho nerd and she just got me kicked out of school!
Summer, I thought you were cool!
Sorry, okay?
Later at the house, Tiny Rick tries to take matters into his tiny hands, and once again, it's Summer who knows what real Rick needs. Ugh, I wish I could play this scene. Did you know this episode got me into Elliott Smith? I got tempted to check it out, and now he's one of my favorite artists. In the end, they managed to return Rick's consciousness to his body, and it's all thanks to Summer. Seriously, Morty was going to let him die. He did not care, one bit.
Thanks, kids. You figured it out. Well, Summer did. Kinda weird that you were that willing to sell my existence out for some trim, Morty.
That is screwed up, but respect, Mortimer. Rick has real trust in her, and it shows. When he and Morty were stranded on the Purge planet, it was Summer who gave them the suits. The Mind Blower episode goes without saying, even if they imply such a thing happens at least once every other week. One of my favorites is the Gotron episode, where Rick achieves his dream of owning all 5 Gotrons, and it's because of Summer that he is able to convince the rest of the family to take part.
Your kids and their grandpa are asking you to do an activity with them? When did that stop being a parent's wettest dream?
Rick was so impressed with her that he even let her in on a meeting with the other Ricks. Morty had to sit outside.
Did you walk on the beach? The beach that's all boobs? No, the beach that's all sand. Yes, the boob one.
Kinda cool when you remember she was only in the episode because he needed a girl to get into Boob World.
So I'm like, what, a Coke can you're taking to Six Flags?
No, because once you get into Six Flags, you can throw your Coke can away.
All things considered, I'd argue that next to Beth, Summer is usually his biggest supporter. After Bird Person's death, the Galactic Federation takes advantage of Rick's absence to conquer the planet, and with his arrest, it seems as though this change is permanent. Everybody likes the new status quo, except for Summer.
Cares how high they promote you. Everyone just gets paid in pills.
Well, when you're not sure what you do for a living, you can make your own rules.
You know what? Considering the wedding squanchers, the pills are a form of debt, not just there to keep everybody like livestock. It's like that bill from Squid on Strike. The longer you work for them, the more debt you're gonna be in. Summer is the only one who keeps the rebellious spirit alive. Think about it. Even Beth gave up on him.
Grandpa Rick wouldn't put up with this.
Stop saying his name. He abandoned us.
To this end, she actually gets pretty close at cracking one of his codes, thinking Rick might have left a plan B.
Look at these dead flies. Maybe if we arrange them in a certain order, it plays a hologram, or it opens a secret door.
Not cool, Jerry. The man's garage is his castle.
However, as a mere human girl, she can't do much. I mean, she could dig up the bodies of her original Rick and Morty in order to take their portal gun. Wait, what the hell did I just read?
Oh God, oh God. Woo-woo.
Like, damn, Summer has lost her freaking mind. That's her brother and grandfather, her real brother and grandfather, and she doesn't even flinch or show any emotion. Rick has rubbed off on her worse than he did to Beth. Morty tries to show Summer that Rick doesn't care about anybody but himself, taking her to the Cronenberg world, and once again, she doesn't even care.
What is this place? And what's with Hunger Games Summer?
That's my sister. This used to be my home.
She doesn't care that Morty's original family is eating what's basically human meat. Nor does she care that Rick screwed up one world and was just too lazy to fix it. I can get Morty being nonchalant, but Summer, she reeks of Rick, not just stinks of Rick. Soon they're apprehended by the Citadel and taken to trial. The council says that they'll let them go if they renounce Rick, but Summer tells them where to stick it.
What say you, Summer?
I say f you. My grandpa was my hero. You killed him because you were jealous of him. That's pretty obvious from the haircuts.
I mean, some jealous is a word. Something about Summer, which the episode implies, is that her bond with Rick is as unique as Rick's bond with Morty. Ricks don't really seem to interact with their Summers unless they have to. The fact Morty, and by extension Rick, involved Summer in their madness, or radicalized her, as the council put it, is a crime. I'd imagine, considering the Morty market, that Summers are viewed as a means to an end by most of the Ricks. Like, ugh, we do have to make Summer because otherwise we couldn't make Morty, but do we really need her besides that? It makes me want to see how the other Summers interact. Are they just plain indifferent to the antics, like what we saw in the pilot or Lawnmower Dog? In certain realities, do they even exist? Some Ricks might just take the Morty clone and be done with it. While the trial is going on, Rick manages to free himself from galactic custody and goes on a rampage of revenge, killing as many people as possible. Seriously, the bride would be so jealous of Rick. Eventually, he makes his way to the Citadel.
This has to be C-137, you guys. You know he's coming for us. All right, calm down. We have his Summer as a hostage. Obviously, I get her. You guys play Rick Laser Scissors for the Morty.
Is that like rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock? Unfortunately, the head Rick, I forget his name, manages to abduct Summer, so there's a bit of a Mexican standoff going on. And it seems like Morty's right. Rick really cares for nobody but himself.
Morty, we just got him back!
He was gonna kill you!
Drop the gun!
I wasn't gonna let her die.
Aww.
Point is, he thought I was going to. I totally did, by the way.
Oh, I spoke too soon. That's kinda clever, kinda. In the end, Rick manages to save the planet, and not wanting to leave her father's side, once again, Beth divorces Jerry, thereby starting the storyline of Season 3. If you ask me, I don't totally mind it. I mean, I think Rick and Morty works better as an episodic show with occasional bouts of continuity or story. Season 5, that was a pretty good compromise. But that doesn't mean this couldn't have worked. It just needed better execution and a much better resolution. Because of the divorce, everybody has adjusted to it in a certain way. Summer, at first glance, doesn't seem to particularly care that her family is shattered.
Summer, Dad's leaving?
Bye, Dad. Rick, didn't you say you needed my help on an adventure immediately somewhere else? I don't care, even if it might kill us.
So she follows Rick on an adventure to a Mad Max world, and there she bonds with the warlord, Hemorrhage. Totally the kind of guy you bring home. Her and Morty find that in the Mad Max world, you don't need to confront problems, as you can just slaughter them away. Summer even hooks up with and marries Hemorrhage. Yes, you heard that right, married. And she gets to behold his charming face.
Oh. I didn't expect you to have a mustache.
Well, Morty learns from Orphany that while it's good to let off anger, you eventually have to return to reality. Summer is fully ready to stay. She's even changed her whole look, and oh my god, she looks so fetch. But Rick knows how to ruin a good time by introducing electricity. Surprised he didn't introduce water. I mean, considering the source material. Though electricity is 10 times funnier and much more passive aggressive.
Summer, one more thing. We noticed that you've been putting scrap metal in the blue bin.
I got it.
In the end, Summer is forced to go home, but she decides she can still talk to Jerry, even if he doesn't live with her.
He had a chance to escape, but he looked back, which is why I shouldn't believe in souvenirs or trinkets or symbols or housewarming gifts, but I wanted to give you this as a reminder not to look back.
Actually, while we're on that subject, I should probably bring up her relationship with her parents. Beth, in a nutshell, fully considers Summer a mistake. She's gotten blackout drunk on picture day.
God, are you drunk?
Woody, my wife, coach.
You're what? Oh!
Jerry at least tries to be a father to Summer. Only Summer fully realizes how pathetic he is. And unlike Morty, she's unafraid to express it. During the Purge episode, in a pretty underrated subplot, he spends the whole episode sucking up to her. Summer isn't having it, but slowly but surely, she falls for it.
Remember when we used to go to the playground and I'd push you on the swings?
Oh, you could push me higher than all the other kids.
You were so small and cute. I thought you were going to fly right off into the street.
Only for Jerry to reveal he wasn't doing this to spend quality time with his daughter. He's broke and he needs cash. Not to eat or to pay bills, but because he wants to use it to pay for a fake friend.
You're not paying any rent, so you have plenty of disposable income.
Please don't.
I just need a few $100s to get through the month.
I'm going inside.
Jerry, have you ever heard of this word called parentification? Why couldn't you go ask Beth? Or what about Rick? I'm sure Rick can just make fake money. Like, you're just as bad as your wife, but in a different way.
I guess this is what rock bottom feels like, Jerry.
Ow! And you earned it. After the divorce, Jerry gets Summer and Morty every other weekend, and Summer hates it.
Whose idea was this stupid custody weekend thing?
I think it's supposed to help prevent abandonment issues.
I want to be abandoned.
Yeah, I'm talking about Dad.
Can you blame her? One weekend, we get to meet his new girlfriend, Kiara. And Summer is not thrilled at the idea of having a new stepmama. Not because Kiara forces them to hunt barracks whenever they're not doing literally anything else, but because Jerry and Kiara have known each other for less than a month and are already soul bonded.
Does your planet have shorter days? Because you guys are moving kind of fast, no?
Bugattis are slow compared to love-starved losers. Some divorced parents try to earn their child's love by taking them to Chuck E. Cheese or buying them stuff. Jerry's version, treating Morty and Summer's legitimate concerns, is them being closed-minded.
Just say what you really mean. You recognize she's got a hot box, but you're grossed out by her avocado-shaped head and blue skin, and after all the time and energy I spent teaching you two about race, you ended up racist.
Summer, to her credit, does say Jerry has an out.
I want to hear you say it.
I'm a closeted racist, and I'm sexist, and selfish, and I dragged us all into my sexist, racist, bad things because I'm stupid. Now you're gonna help me, right?
She just did.
Yeah, clean up your own mess.
Jerry, come on. Admitting you suck is the first step to desuckifying. Just effing do it. The next day, Jerry seemingly takes her advice and tells Kiara they can't be together. Why? Because his children are racist, sexist bigots who hate aliens, and he clearly isn't projecting onto them. And he has to make that abundantly clear. I'm sure that's why when Morty met Kiara, he went out of his way to be polite to her.
She's a Crutabulon warrior priestess from Crutabulon.
I know where Crutabulons are from, Dad. Chimantolo.
Chimantolo, youngling.
Kiara tracks them down to a Varric's nest, and Jerry does his best to defuse the situation.
Stop!
Okay. Kiara, let's just run away.
Just rip the Band-Aid off!
Okay.
wow, I didn't realize until I started writing the script just how much Jerry sucks. Like, up until this point, I was pretty indifferent towards him. I might need to make a follow-up video. And even if he does admit to what happened, he doesn't have to face any consequences because the universe gave him an out.
Dad, can we go now?
Hold on a second. I'm starting to get the feeling that I was the rebound.
Dad, you just got handed an Ex Machina. You're taking it.
So far, I have been pretty positive about Summer. But here comes the negative part. I talk about wasted opportunities all the time, and you're gonna get another one here. I present the Whirly Dirly conspiracy. Okay, so a little more background. Even if I have been pretty positive about Summer and Rick, you can't deny it's unhealthy. I mean, if digging up the bodies of your dead family without breaking a sweat didn't clue you in, I don't know what will. Each of the Smiths got an episode focusing on their interactions with Rick, and Jerry's was Whirly Dirly. The episode is mainly about Rick and Jerry going on an adventure.
Told Morty, look, parents get divorced, they get sad, he'll be fine, but I think he's worried you're gonna, And you know how Morty gets when he gets emotional, it impedes my work.
But really, he just wanted a free day. Pretty clever. Summer starts the B-plot off by sobbing to Beth, asking if she's pretty. Like any good parent, of course Beth would.
I don't think that's something that matters.
So I'm not hot?
I'm saying the part of you that cares about that is a part you shouldn't give any energy to.
You suck. Turns out Summer is upset because her boyfriend, Ethan, dumped her like hot garbage. Remember him? Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about him. So Summer occasionally has this boyfriend named Ethan. Like in the Christmas episode, where Jacob helps repair their relationship because he's just that awesome. And then Rick uses his body as a breeding ground for a theme park, which is doubly awesome. Or in Get Swifty, where Summer and Ethan become religious. For plot reasons, he's back. Worst yet, he dumped her for Trisha Lang. Per Summer, it's because Trisha has bigger boobies.
Or could it be her massive
Summer, speaking from experience, having big boobs is a curse disguised as a blessing. Imagine having to buy button-up shirts. Trisha is getting karma each and every day. Summer decides the best way to get Ethan back is to use one of Rick's machines to expand her shelf size, and chaos ensues.
Oh, jeez! Stop! What the hell happened?
Morty insists they call Rick, but Beth is stubborn in doing it her way, eventually turning Summer into the hellspawn of the female and colossal titans.
Come on, what else could reverse possibly mean?
Summer runs away to the campsite in order to confront Ethan, but she and Beth are able to reconcile. Morty, however...
Careful, Ethan. Your s'more is burning.
Now the thing is, while this subplot on its own isn't anything special, I feel like it was a huge missed opportunity. Like I said, a main theme of the season, which the finale makes clear, is Rick is a cause for much of the family's dysfunction. I mean, he isn't the main cause, but Rick's presence made these issues clearer. This episode would have been the perfect chance to show the negative impact he's having on Summer. In Rick manting the stone, he was hands off, and only showed up at the end to bring her home. Summer did all that stuff on her own. Or they could demonstrate how, much like her mother, Summer idolizing Rick has caused her to copy him in the worst possible ways. Rick screws up and then he stretches the truth like a piece of taffy. Summer could totally do the same. While Summer claims that Ethan left her for superficial reasons, we never see the breakup actually happen. This could have been super telling, and when she's looking for Rick's device, she seems to repeat his words to her.
We just don't have anything in common anymore, Summer. Oh yeah, Ethan?
Not to mention, both Summer and the show really forgot that Ethan existed. Remember Toby Matthews? Remember Hemorrhage? Ethan could have asked, Summer, why did you disappear for 3 months and not call me? Or maybe Ethan can't take the family's weirdness, so he cuts things off for his own well-being. He could have just said something like, Summer, you don't care about me, it's over. Wow, Starverses really took cues from this show. But to avoid realizing she wasn't the best girlfriend, Summer could just tell herself, oh, he doesn't really mean that. He just likes Trisha because she's hotter. That would have been cool, imagine the ending. Besides, did we really need that plot with Morty and Beth? We got the ABCs of Beth, and that was Summer Smith. Wow, this video was longer than I thought it would have been. As you can see, Summer is a highly underrated character. She's hilarious, and her and Rick make for a good team. Granted, there are moments I wish the show better utilized her, and even even if I might have missed a moment or two, she is still pretty awesome. I cannot wait to see the path Season 6 takes with her.
Let's lick nuts!
Okay,
I don't love that.
Of course you don't, because you guys aren't getting any.
And no, I'm not talking about Naruto. Go watch Hulu.